Welcome back, guys. Yeah, clean shaven. I thought spring was coming, but as you can see around me, I was wrong. I definitely shaved a little too early, so I guess you can put in the comments if you like my ugly face or you prefer the covered up bearded version. So getting one last winter trip in. Behind me here, let's see if I can pick it up. I got the Dead Man Sled. It's just a military PULK. It's super long. It's big enough for me to use as a sleeping platform. Heavy, weighs about 40 pounds empty, but it's made out of fiberglass, super strong, and it's kind of fun as a sleep system, so I figured I'd give it a try. Don't even know what kind of shelter we're going to do. Play it as we go and see what happens, so thank you for joining me. If you like it, as usual, subscribe, like the channel. Definitely helps out, and I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving so far. All the comments, encouragement. So we'll get going, and I have a little treat later to show you what I came across, so stay tuned to the end and I'll show you some of the tracks and the kill site I found that might make this night a little unnerving, but we'll see. All right, here we go. All right, I found home for the night. Just gonna sleep on this riverbed here. And up against here, you can see it, high flow, where the water sits. It's kind of carved out a nice little spot. So I'll just dig out some of that snow. There's actually some ice down in the middle of it, but I'm using my sled to sleep in, so it doesn't really matter. They'll give me a pretty sweet view, give me nice coverage on the back, and I might get some fire reflection heat off of that. Probably not, I'll probably just absorb it. But I'm gonna get started, start digging out some of that snow and go from there. Okay, I think I got bed ready for tonight. As usual, I'm already sweating like a pig. So you can see kind of what I did down here. If I can get this to, there we go. Dug it all out, threw the sand down there, and then down here dug out a spot for a fire pit. Got that moving in, so I'm trying to make time here. And temperature's dropping pretty quick. So I think that'll give me enough coverage. Either way, I'm going with it. All right, that's just about right. Whew. All right, let's get some wood. All right, since the rain started coming down, you can see out there I had to add a little bit to the shelter. So I just got a little loose overhang there. It's nothing pretty, but it works. Just my little made-at-home tarp. Show you underneath here. And I just used some wood stakes to pound it into the riverbank. And then inside here, it's not too bad. Pretty roomy. So here's looking out. And once I clear that brush, well, chop it up for firewood, I'll have a nice little view of the river and nice and covered from the rain. Alright, got bed done, shelter, all that. Show you inside here. Got my wood pile stacked up over here. Got my bag sitting back here. Just my drinks and everything. And show you outside here. That'll be my fire pit. Obviously I still need to go get more wood, but it's coming down pretty good. I'll show you the other side here. Camera, etc. Let's take a peek outside. There you go, you can see the snow line dropping down. It's a mix of rain and snow right now. All around. Pretty wet and nasty. But I gotta cruise, get some more wood here, and then get the fire going and dinner. I'll touch back with you guys then. Cruise out to get the last bit of wood, and then I'm beat. Pretty quiet. All right, this is what I just came across, and looks like a fresh kill right there, and it smells of musk, incredibly strong. So you can kind of see it's all been spread out here. You can see where it was kind of dragged down this embankment over here, and tracks everywhere. Plus, any guesses on what that scat is? See the tracks coming around all through here. I would say fox, but there's usually not this many fox, and that scat is way too big. So looks like the wolves were probably through here. So we'll see. It's fairly fresh, but could make for an interesting night. Hopefully it's all coming out on camera, but yeah, it's a pretty strong smell here. And you see different patches where they urinated around the kill site, and then obviously defecated, dug up, potentially to try to bury over here. So I'm either way gonna get out of here and keep trekking on. So just over my shoulder, you can make out the camp spot just barely, tucked right back in there. You can barely see the tarp. Pretty good for staying out of the way, but it's still coming down pretty decent, and the wind's picking up pretty hard. All right, got all my wood prepped. Got it piled up here behind me, some kindling tucked back in here. My bed's sitting right there, I'll show you here shortly. And then I'm just gonna do kind of a short long fire here. No, that doesn't make any sense, a short long fire. Just a shorter style long fire is what I mean. So I'll just pack it full of some kindling here, and then I brought some fat wood, and we'll torch this thing off here in a minute. All right, last couple times I've tried to catch this on film, my batteries have died immediately, and we're about at that same level again. But we're gonna strike this thing off. Got some fat wood. Show it to this camera over here. All fat wood is just heavily resin-soaked wood. It's usually found at the bottom of old dead trees. Like if you stump them, you can usually find them, or in near the base of branches on old dead stuff, because it wants to draw that sap back in. And it's basically turpentine. So if you've seen the other videos, this stuff just lights up like crazy. So, and this is my little fire kit. I've got, I'll show this camera over here, some pitch, more fat wood, a little canister with matches and a lighter, and a couple strikers, magnesium, and I have a sharpening stone in here. So that's that. And we'll try to use this more a spark again. Shave off a bit here. See if I've in the camera. Yep. And I'm just going to get some flakes dropped all over in here. Alright, now I'm going to try to use the back of my knife to try to scrape off, kind of get some powder going. That's kind of what I'm talking about there. There's some fine stuff that'll catch an ember. Probably not enough, but we'll give it a whirl. Little Ferro Rod striker. Just sits on the base of the knife here. So I'll see if I can catch this. Just like that. And that is how quick that stuff lights up. Just a couple strikes, and we'll get this big piece going. Start tucking these pieces down around in here. And like that, we've got fire. So, pretty handy tool. Love these things, been using them for probably 10 years. And my old one, I still haven't even used up the ferro rod in it. So very handy, inexpensive. I think only like 30-40 bucks. I'll put a link to it in the description. So if you guys are interested, you can snag one of these. Not to mention this wood has been pretty wet, but obviously the inside isn't. And I just got some dry spruce boughs up in close near the base, and those things, they're small, they're about pencil size. They stay they stay super dry, even if it's raining like it was just a little bit ago. It keeps coming and going, rain and snow. I think if I was up about another 800 feet or 1,000, it'd be all snow, but it's kind of a sleet rain mix, so everything's a wet, nasty mess. All right, I'm in the homestead. Got the fire going. Hear it crackling in the background. And it's getting close to making some dinner. And I've got this light over here. This is a through night TS1 coming this way. I'll show it here. Everything's getting pretty dark. Let me turn it off and see if it'll show up on film. So this little guy right here, I'll try to do a review on this shortly. This thing's been fantastic though. Looks like a little Yoda light, and it's just small, compact, rechargeable. You can actually charge other items off of the battery in here. Let's see if I can show you here. You just pop this off, there's the battery, and there's the charging port. That's all it is. Charges fast. Slide it back in, good to go. It has this little magnetic holder here too, so it's handy for, use it for working on the truck, or just anywhere I can plop it down. It's been really fantastic, so. Sorry, you guys see that? I was wondering if there was a bunch of spiders in here. I hate spiders. Look at that thing. Oh, smash it. I think I got him. I'm probably gonna end up with bites all over my face. That's awesome. I think the heat's making them come out. Anyways, I'm gonna blow up this Lucy light. I've shown this before. It's made by Empowered. It's rechargeable. It has a little solar panel right here, and it's also just a wall charger off of a USB, well, wall charger USB, but it's kind of a little Chinese lantern that you just blow up. I used this on my last video, and I was really impressed with how long it lasted all night. When my other stuff died, my headlamp died, and I was using this just as a lantern to walk around and get more wood. Has a little mouthpiece here. And I've shown this before, so I'm not going to go too crazy on it. There we go. There it is. There we go. I just used one of these roots hanging down from this riverbank and just tied it in a knot around this. So there we go. Nice little home light. So yeah, I'll get started with dinner here shortly. Keep this fire going. Finally time to eat. I'll show you what I got in the pot this time. Flip you around here. 2 potatoes, brats, and some green onions in with some coconut oil. So I'll throw those potatoes on the fire and then dice these guys up with the onions and oil and mix it all in the pan and call it good. Whew, hot. Let those taters cook. Salt. It says onion powder, but it's salt. All right, this guy is ready to go. Smells delicious. Probably got a fair amount of wood bits in there from sitting right next to the fire, but extra fiber, I guess. So I'm gonna kick back here and chow this down, say a little prayer, and yeah, go to town on this. So. Except this pan is so stinking hot. It's good stuff. I'll show you the sleep system I've got when I get done here with dinner. I'm just using this sled that I showed you earlier. It's just a military surplus sled. Sometimes called a PULK, sometimes called an Accio, I think in Europe. A lot of people use them. This is definitely the heavy duty version. It's not made for just casual camping like this. It's made for multiple people to carry, multiple soldiers to carry equipment on, but it is really heavy duty. Nice thing is it's about 8 foot long, so I can lay completely flat in it and it insulates me from the snow and the ground. Plus I've got some rubber mats on the bottom, then air mattress or air pad, and then a wool blanket, and then my sleeping bag, and all that's the sleeping bag shoved in a bivvy too, since I'm getting some drippings coming down from this bank. So we'll see how that goes, but I'll try to show you here in a little bit. Hopefully this is enough light to show you the bed. So just have a tarp over it. It has this canvas built into it on both sides that extends really high, extends about 2.5 feet. So you flip that back here, and then that's my bivvy bag with my sleeping bag inside. And underneath that, you can see that I have a wool blanket, and underneath that is my sleeping pad, and I actually have some little garage rubber mats underneath that as well, so hopefully that comes out. Let's see if I can put a little more light on it. Yeah, there's the big Agnes mat, wool blanket, and bivy bag, which is good because I'm getting a lot of leaking in here. So we'll see if I stay dry. Boil up some water, and I'm going to use that to fill a Nalgene bottle, stick it in a sock, and throw in the bottom here to keep my feet warm. So that's about all that's left. We'll see you at bedtime. All right, finally made it to bed. It is 12:17, so actually overly hot right now. Putting that hot water bottle down in the bottom of the bag really makes a difference. Plus, I've just been moving around, trying to get everything ready for bed, and of course that gets me all warmed up. I'm just wearing these military waffle long johns, top and bottom, beanie, and I got these half gloves, but I think I'm gonna need to strip down because I'm frying. I got the fire stoked up. It's putting off medium heat, but it's just, compared to last trip where I just had a wool blanket, I think my body's not quite acclimated to the sleeping bag, so but better to be warm and dry than cold and wet. So I'm gonna duck out here. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll check in the morning. Good night. Whew, all right. Morning, guys. I'm gonna get some lights going here. All right, that's a little bit better. See if I can keep from blinding you here. There, that's a bit better. Whew, it's about, well, it's almost 4:20. And I'm wide awake, so I'm just gonna get up. Stayed warm. I'm actually super warm inside this bag. Kind of dreading getting up though, because it's pretty chilly out there. The fire died out, got hit with some heavy sleet, rain mix, and I think that pretty well did it in. I can see like some small embers buried under there that I might rekindle here, but I'll probably just start packing up my stuff and get ready to head out. It's a couple hours till daylight anyways, so, but yeah, we'll see what I decide to do with fire or breakfast or any of that kind of stuff. So but yeah, made it through the night, stayed warm, got a few hours of sleep. The bad thing about all this, though, horrible as the heat from the fire thawed all this, these little sand clumps kept falling down, and the only bit of my face I had exposed was, about here to here, and somehow it just kept finding my eye pocket, and just big chunks of sand just dropping down, falling on my face, falling on my nose and my eyes, so I'd have to get up, shake that off. So the riverbank / fire is not a good idea. So, but another adventure in the books, another one to learn from, and I guess you guys can learn too and have fun or make fun of me, whatever. But just wanted to try it out and test things and see how they work. So, but now to face the cold and decide whether I'm going to kick that fire off. So if not, appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoy, subscribe to the channel, helps me out. Like the video, comment what you'd like to see, and appreciate all your support. And we'll see you next time.